positive in terms of your confidence coming back, you feeling better about yourself. So yes, we do see you likely accepting this job offer, and we see that job offer coming in around 4 to 7 days from now. Your second question, you said, how do you see next week going for me and Kay? Will you start spending more time with me, or will things stay awkward? So in terms of next week, I think it's going to be kind of a tale of two halves. What I mean by that is we're kind of seeing these improvements happen towards the end of next week, around 7 days from now. So from Thursday onwards of next week, this is where we see them spending time with you. This is where we see more closeness and affection from their side. So we do see that between Thursday and Sunday of next week. The beginning of next week, we do see being a little bit more awkward or just lacking in general. And this is what you see here with the King of Swords in reverse, is they're not saying a lot. You guys are not talking a lot. You're not communicating a lot. Sometimes it feels like they are avoiding communication. Those similar things that maybe you've been experiencing this week, we do see at the beginning of next week as well. So yes, we see improvement. Something I will say to you, as I've said to you before, is just because we see improvement doesn't mean it's going to be all the way where we need it to be. Yes, I do see a little bit of an improvement, a little bit of a step forward, as I said, the end of next week. But again, it's still not everything that you need. It's still not everything that you want. And it is up to you whether or not you still have the patience for that, because improvement is something, but it's not necessarily everything. And you've already given this person a lot of your time, your energy, and your patience. But yes, thank you so much, Pamela. I appreciate you. Let's go over to Jordan. I have 2 questions for you, Jordan. So let me know you're here. We are keeping them private as you requested. If you guys would like to get on the priority list, it's still open. $6 per question to my Cash App, Jodiedivine13, or through the link in my bio. I'm just working through the payments in the order they were received. So thank you. Yes, I see your third question here. So we have 3 questions for you, Jordan. First question, let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, first question, let's go ahead and take a look. What are they here with the Queen of Wands and Knight of Wands? So the things that we see coming through in terms of these feelings, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, first of all, you're seeing a lot of admiration of you. So they're expressing a lot of things that they think about you. They're saying that they think that you're a really good person. They also think you're extremely attractive, extremely confident, extremely charismatic, extremely powerful, right? They're kind of giving you all of these compliments, and this is them really just expressing what they think about you. Then we also see here with the Knight of Wands, strong desire. So they are expressing intimate feelings towards you, intimate attraction towards you. This person is thinking and is expressing that they have been thinking about you on an intimate sexual level as well. So we do see those things coming in. In terms of a timeline, you are likely to see this at the beginning of beginning of September. We're seeing the 2nd or 3rd week of September. That is when we're seeing the expression of these feelings happen. I will also say, just because we're seeing it come in here with the card of Strength in reverse, there is some part of them that you are picking up on as weakness, and I think this has a lot to do with their ex and that whole situation. Yes, they're expressing a lot for you, and they're kind of saying all of these things and saying all of these feelings, but at the same time, it almost feels like this is a weakness of theirs that they did kind of very easily go back to their ex. So you're being very skeptical, which I think is good. It's good to be skeptical. It's good to be vigilant, I see, in that way. Second question, let's go ahead and take a look here. I guess what we're seeing is a timeline for communicating those strong feelings that we're talking about has changed a little bit. Has not changed super dramatically, but has changed a little bit. As I said before, we are looking at the 2nd or 3rd week of September right now. So you're looking at around a month from now, as opposed to a couple of weeks from now. You also see here with the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, 7 of Wands. This isn't for no reason. I actually feel like this has a lot to do with that other relationship relationship, and maybe the relationship isn't ending as soon as it was planned to, or as soon as they maybe thought it would earlier, and that's kind of why the timeline has changed a little bit as well. So you are looking at the middle of September, and that is where we see the progression of communication and expression of feelings happening pretty much at the same time. I think it's going to be within a couple days that this person is reconnecting with you and having this communication with you, that they're expressing these feelings. So it's a very close timeline on those things. Okay, so question 3, what can we expect in the meantime? In that case, what can we expect for the rest of August? What are you seeing here with the card of Temperance in reverse, King of Wands in reverse? I'm going to be very honest, not a lot. I don't think you're going to see a lot from them this weekend. I don't think you're going to see a lot from them next week or the week after. You see this here with the card of Temperance, King of Wands in reverse. From your side, we're kind of seeing this impatience. You are a little bit impatient to hear from them, and you're also impatient for kind of that ending to come, and you're beginning to begin when it comes to this person. So we do see some impatience from your side. I don't think this is a bad thing. I think it's valid that you're feeling impatient, especially towards this situation that they kind of created. Within around 2 weeks from now, so you are getting to the very end of August, but around 2 weeks from now specifically. So you're looking at around the 28th, 29th of August. I think there's going to be some movement in communication. I don't believe this is going to be super significant. I also don't believe this will be direct. So what you're seeing around that time frame is possibly social media interaction. Maybe they're liking your photos, maybe they're following you, unfollowing you, following you again, something like that we see around the 28th, 29th. And I think this is someone who's trying to get your attention without directly or outwardly communicating with you. So yeah, not a whole lot going on in the next couple of weeks, and I think you will see more, definitely a lot more when we go into the second week of September. I think for now you're kind of seeing this stagnant energy because they're kind of preoccupied with this other situation. But yes, thank you, Jordan. Thank you guys for all the love. If you would like to get on the list, it is still open, $6 per question, to my Cash App, Jodiedivine13, or through the link in my bio. Right now we just have Arnold, and then we have Leslie. So Arnold, if you're here, let's go ahead and get into it for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. The story does continue. So you said, I'm going to see that girl Via today, and I'm gonna be like, you know, I've been bummed that I only get to see you once a week now. She's a trainer at my Pilates class, and I used to take her class twice a week, but they changed their schedule, so I can only take her class once a week. Depending on how she reacts to that, I might ask her out. So let's go ahead and take a look. Depending on how she reacts to that, I might ask her out. Interesting. So I want to see here with the 9 of Cups card of the Hermit in reverse. I think you have to be careful about timing. You know, I'm always going to try to be honest with you, trying to be straight with you. I think that you have to be very careful when you say this. So maybe you're saying this at a time where she is free, she's not necessarily talking to someone else or preoccupied with something else, because what we see here with the 9 of Cups card of the Hermit in reverse, there is a little bit of a risk of catching this person off guard. So this is something that possibly could happen depending on the timeline. You might catch her off guard, and then from that you might not see a whole lot of a response because they're kind of surprised, is something that we see. So be very careful that there's space, there's time, there's no one in the way, there's no one getting in your way here with the 9 of Cups and the card of the Hermit. You are going to see this person kind of agree with you, and I think this is most likely why you see the communication going, is them being like, yeah, I agree, like I preferred my other schedule, I preferred when I could see you more often as well. So you're going to see this person in agreement with you. You also see them being down to hang out with you. So we do see this here with the Page of Swords. The thing is I think your schedules are pretty busy. Your schedule and their schedule are both pretty busy and maybe a little bit difficult to find time, but it looks like they are interested in finding that time. So don't let that deter you. Don't let that make you feel like, oh my gosh, maybe she's not interested in me because she's so busy. I think it's just genuinely that you're very busy and they're very busy and your schedules aren't necessarily perfect, is what we see. So I do feel like she's going to be very down and very interested in hanging out with you, very down and very interested to spend time with you. You may have to have a couple more conversations in terms of the actual scheduling side of things, just because we see them being pretty hectic. So yeah, I think she's definitely going to be interested and kind of give you that interest back very equally. Just be aware of the timing. Thank you, Arnold. Let's go ahead and go over to Leslie. If you're here, Leslie, please let me know. I've seen a couple people saying the link's not working. I'm not sure what's going on because it says it's good on my side. And I also have plenty of people that it did work for. So I'm not sure specifically, but I'll keep an eye on things. I will be coming back to the free readings in a moment or a few moments as well. So if you're waiting for those, thank you. If not, the priority list is still open. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look for you. Leslie, you asked, how does Chloe feel towards me? How does Chloe feel towards me? Let's go ahead and take a look at Chloe. How is she feeling towards you? So first of all, Knight of Crystals in reverse, 5 of Wands. We see two things coming in right now. First of all, it feels like she's not saying something, she's holding back on something that she wants to say. And this is what we see here with the Knight of Crystals in reverse and the 5 of Wands. This is especially true if there has been any kind of conflict or tension in this connection recently. What we see is this person doesn't want to create more conflict. This person doesn't want to create more tension. So she's holding back, I guess, on how she truly feels. She's not expressing how she truly feels, maybe about you or maybe about certain things that you do, certain effort that she's not seeing. She's holding that back because she's scared that if she expresses that, this will just lead to a conflict or this will just lead to an argument. So there is, I guess, some disappointment coming in and some disappointment that they're not expressing because they're fearful of your reaction or they're fearful that the reaction won't be productive is something that we see. So I think this is someone who, I guess what we're seeing right now is that she feels like she needs more from you. She needs more effort from you. She needs more availability from you. She needs you to be more available emotionally. That's kind of where they're at. But I also feel like they feel anxious to express that because maybe she feels like you're not going to react well to it. So those are the things that come in right now. I don't think it's all negative, but I do feel like it's leaning towards kind of like this more negative energy, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think this is someone who just genuinely does need more from you. So yes, thank you, Leslie. Let's go over to Raina. I have 2 questions for you this morning, Raina. Sorry that the link wasn't working. I don't know what is going on, but yes, I will be coming back to some of the free readings shortly, guys. Hello, Raina. Let's get into it for you. Okay, so the first question you asked, I want to know Angel's current energy towards me. I've been missing him since I've asked for space. I want to know Angel's current energy towards me. I've been missing him since I asked for space. Fair enough. So let's go ahead and take a look at it for you. What is Angel's current energy? What can I tell you about Angel's current energy? So first of all, 3 of Swords. I actually feel very similar feelings when I look at you, when I look at Angel. I agree that they have been missing you as well. There's this sadness coming in. There's kind of like this pain in their chest, this sadness that comes in when it comes to you here with the 3 of Swords. And I think that you're seeing that sadness is coming from kind of a few different places. I think they are kind of upset with themselves. They're kicking themselves when it comes to your connection. And I think that goes back to you expressing feelings, them not reciprocating. They're kind of kicking themselves because of that situation, but you also see them kicking themselves because they feel like they could have been better to you. Even on a friendship level, they could have been more there for you. They could have centered you more instead of centering themselves more. I think you do see someone who's recognizing their selfishness. So yes, I do feel like they're missing you. We also see a lot of sadness coming in about the current status of your connection and what your connection currently is at. With the Three of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, they are trying to respect your space right now. I do feel like they feel a lot of urges and a lot of temptation to reach out to you, but they are trying to respect your space as much as possible. We do see them kind of reconnecting with you in the next 3 weeks or so not super soon. I think that's better, but we do see you guys kind of reconnecting in the next 3 weeks, and we see them being a lot more open about their feelings. Doesn't necessarily indicate a relationship just yet, but we are seeing them at least be open and honest, transparent, maybe even apologetic about what they said previously. So we kind of see that within the next 3 weeks. And I think that they're missing you right now, but I actually think it's a good thing that they're missing you, because I think this is encouraging these bigger realizations. Thank you, Reina. Let me know your second question. Okay, so your second question, you said, I was going to ask, should I wait for him to reach out when he's back in NYC in September? Yes, and I do feel like obviously this aligns with what we kind of expressed, or what I said in your previous question. You see them reaching out around September 2nd, so very early in September. It does look like they are going to try and communicate with you in a way that's still respecting your boundaries. So they may be reaching out and kind of asking about work first. It feels like they're trying to be respectful, is something that does come in. We do see that there with the Two of Wands. I think it is going to be the two of you. We're seeing a little bit of I guess, compromise in the conversation that comes from that. So from the 2nd of September onwards, you're being a little bit more open, you're being a little bit more warm towards them, or a little bit more friendly towards them, and then they're opening up, and that's kind of why we see the reconnection following suit. So they're trying to be respectful of your boundaries. We do see them reaching out in September, very early in September, September 2nd, and things kind of slowly moving from there. But yes, thank you, Reina. Obviously, it will be up to you if you decide to say, no, I want to keep my boundaries strong, even at that point. Yes, please do. Let me know your next question. After Reina, we'll go over to Whitney. The list is still open, but it will be closing shortly, guys. So if you are looking to get on my list, it's $6 per question to my Cash App, Jodiedivine13, or through the link in my bio. Currently coming to Reina's question, and then we're going over to Whitney. Okay, Reina, so you said, is he still entertaining the toxic girl, or realizing what we could have romantically? So 10 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. I think we do see them engaging with the toxic person, and this is something that is still current, but is almost to an end. And this is what we see here with the 10 of Wands. This person is kind of becoming over this connection and over this person, honestly, because it's very overwhelming. And you see that there with the 10 of Wands. This is a whole lot of drama for not a whole lot of payoff, right? We're seeing so much drama, we're seeing so much energy and kind of exhaustion, and them both being kind of tired of each other, to be very honest and blunt about it. And for that reason, we kind of see it coming to an end. So even though we see communication, possibly them entertaining each other this week, by the time we go into next week, so Monday onwards, you no longer see communication and them entertaining each other from that point onwards. So yeah, I think what you're seeing them realize more than anything, it's not a direct comparison, but what we do see here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is them realizing that they are never going to be enough for this toxic person, because them being perpetually in this cycle is part of the toxicity itself. And that's what you see here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The truth is, when it comes to that situation, is neither person really wants the other person, but I do feel like they are kind of attached or infatuated by the toxicity and the drama of it all. And when you take that drama away, there's not really a connection there. There's not really a relationship to be had there. And I do feel like this is something not just him, but she is also realizing as well. So yes, thank you, Raina. Let's go over to Whitney. Whitney, if you're here, please let me know. This is your last chance to get on my priority list, guys. It is going to be closing in the next couple moments. $6 per question to my Cash App, Jodiedivine13, or through the link in my bio. Okay, Whitney, so you said, I have a job offer with great pay, but includes a 1-year trial period despite my 10+ year experience, and I sense that they lack structure. I like my current job aside from the commute, and it feels stable. Is the new company truly a better long-term move, or is it a risky change I'll regret? Should I stay put until the right offer appears? So 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands, card of Justice, 8 of Cups. What are we seeing? Obviously, I feel like you are still searching for the perfect place, and this has been a theme, I think, for the last little while for you, the past couple of years. For you, we have seen a lot of movement, and I think that movement has always been in pursuit of finding something better or finding something perfect, I guess, is what we see. What I will say, and I will agree with you, that this new job and this job offer is not perfect. It doesn't check all your boxes. It doesn't tick all your boxes. We're seeing this here with the 6 of Wands, the 4 of Wands in reverse. You feeling like maybe you should hold out until you find the perfect thing, or find something that at least checks all those boxes, right? And that's kind of where this doubt and this resignation or this hesitation comes in from you. Here with the card of just this 8 of Cups, Page of Pentacles in reverse, what I will tell you based on the question that I have for you, I think that this new job offer is a step forward in the right direction, and I think it is better than where you're currently at. So I definitely see this being a step forward. I definitely see this being a step up. I definitely see this being an improvement. So at this point, I do think it's worth taking a leap. I do think it's worth starting over somewhere new. Do I believe you're going to be in this new job position forever? No, and I think that's because it's not perfect, but I do see it being still a step up from where you currently are and still worth it enough to move positions. So yes, obviously use your intuition, use your discernment, make the decision for yourself. At this point, we are still seeing it be very much worth it to take the new job offer, even with the hesitations that you have, just because it feels like it's going to be a step up from your current position, and your life is going to improve a lot more. Again, I don't think it's perfect. I think we're still searching for that perfect something. Okay, thank you guys for all the love. I do appreciate your time, your patience. The priority list is now closed. I'm coming back to some of the free readings in the comments, so let me know your names, your questions. If you are looking for something more in depth, I will be on later doing my free yes or no's or $12 personal readings, so please come back if you would like to my afternoon live at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. Right now, I'm coming to a couple of the free readings in the comments. Okay, Leslie, you said, will Crystal reach out? I do believe she will reach out. I don't think it will be anytime soon. At this point, we're seeing next year. We're seeing next spring, between April and June. Your banner, you said, would it be too much / clingy from my end to like his new profile picture on social media? No, and I actually feel like this could open up communication, maybe not immediately, but open up communication in the future. So no, I don't think it will be too much or clingy. Trish, you said, does Jay still think of me? Does Jay still think of you? Yes, it actually looks like this person cares about you. It looks like this person respects you. Looks like they want the best for you. So yes, you're seeing very positive feelings. Hope, you said, will I be working with Abe? Queen of Wands in reverse, card of Temperance in reverse. I'm going to say no right now, at least not long term, at least not for very long. If you are working with them, it feels temporary or it feels short term. I think there is something better suited for you. Let's see. Lily, you said, how is Gezi's energy towards you, please? How is Gezi's energy towards you? 9 of Cups in reverse, 4 of Swords in reverse. Frustratingly, we are seeing the word uncertain come through. This person's uncertain about lots of things, and this goes for the other connection, supposed connection in their life. This goes for their work. This goes for their family. This goes for their friends. They feel very lost. They feel very uncertain, and they also feel uncertain towards you right now. They feel like it's not the right thing to do. They feel like it's not the right thing to do to reach out to you and to pursue you, probably because of those family expectations they talked about before. But I also see this like wanting to reach out to you. So they feel very stuck, and it's very frustrating from your side because it's not your battle, but it's almost like they are bringing you into that battle. Crystal, you said, will I get a new job soon? Will I get a new job soon? Yes, I do believe you will be offered a new job by the end of September. You're looking at around 9 weeks from now at the maximum. Mia, you said, does Jacob want to be with you long term? Page of Swords, 3 of Wands. I think this person wants to be with you at least for the next time in their life. When you see them thinking of the next 3 years, they envision you there for the next 3 years. I will say they're not thinking beyond that period, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't think of you long term. It could just be that they're not thinking of their life that far ahead in general. So just bear that in mind. We are seeing them envision you there, envision you a part of their life for the next 3 years. We're not seeing beyond that, but that doesn't necessarily indicate that that's not going to be the case. Okay, thank you guys for all the love. I do have to love you and leave you for now. I will be back this afternoon, as I said, doing my free yes or no's or $12 personal reading, so please come back if you would like to. Otherwise, the link in my bio is always open. Nala always knows when I'm saying goodbye, and she's like, okay, time to go play. But yes, I will see you guys next time, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much.